I fractured my left ankle by tripping over my right foot while running indoors. Another time, I managed to give myself a black eye by throwing a snowball straight up in the air, trying to catch it and completely missing, which resulted in it hitting me in the face. I once twisted my kneecap 90 degrees to the left while wearing socks on a slippery floor. I was simply walking, lost my footing, and heard a loud pop. The kneecap shifted entirely. When I was 9, I decided to jump down an entire flight of stairs just because I wanted to. I landed on my feet but broke both of my growth plates in my heels. It was excruciating and a remarkably poor choice. As a child, I believed plastic bags could act as parachutes. I jumped off a table, broke my arm, and after it healed, I repeated the same stunt. My brother swallowed a small bell-shaped metal turtle when our parents were away on a trip. This happened 10 years ago, and those were some of the best vacations ever. At a party, I tried kicking a balloon that was on the floor. My kick was at too steep an angle, and I ended up striking the floor instead. I broke my toe and barely moved the balloon. I strained to force out a fart and ended up giving myself a hernia. A single sneeze caused me to throw out my back. I couldn't work for an entire week, and for the first couple of days, I could hardly walk. I was only 27 years old at the time. As a very young child, I wanted to touch a bee. Please don't judge me. I bent down to pick up a small, 16-ounce water bottle from the floor and somehow managed to throw out my back. It wasn't a heavy bottle, but I hurt myself badly enough that it took me 3 days to be able to walk properly again. While walking across my living room, I stepped on a toothpick. Although it didn't penetrate my skin, I panicked at the thought that it might. In my panic, I twisted my ankle and fell, breaking it in the process. I had to go to the emergency room. Once I walked directly into a sign that said, "Mind your head." It was not one of my proudest moments. I ended up hitting myself in the face with a glass Starbucks Frappuccino bottle because I panicked when a butterfly flew too close to me. I realize this is a ridiculous sentence. I made the questionable decision to stick a knife into a toaster to retrieve a piece of toast. While attempting to kill a cockroach by squishing it on my carpet with a paper towel, it refused to die. I picked it up in the paper towel, but when it started crawling onto my hand, I panicked and ran to flush it down the toilet. In my rush, I slipped and fell onto a large, 3-wick glass candle. I ended up with a 2.5-inch scar on my leg after getting 10 stitches, and the cockroach still survived. Late at night, while playing online poker, I attempted to quietly pass gas without waking my girlfriend. Halfway through, I realized more was coming and quickly got up to run to the bathroom. Forgetting I had headphones on, I yanked my head to the side, which caused my computer tower to fall. In the chaos, I kicked a 25-pound weight, broke my toe, and ultimately failed to make it to the bathroom in time. As a kid, I once walked around my house looking through binoculars backward. This caused me to misjudge distances and resulted in me giving myself 2 black eyes. I was adjusting my bra when I lost my grip and accidentally punched myself in the face. While cutting a cake for a friend's birthday, I dropped the knife and instinctively tried to catch it with my foot. I was at a friend's house in the countryside, lying on the carpet playing with their yellow Labrador, Boo. We were bouncing around together when our heads accidentally collided. Boo's teeth cut my nose deeply, causing blood to pour everywhere. I still have a faint scar from that day. Boo bolted out through the dog door and didn't return for 2 days, thinking he was in trouble. Despite the incident, Boo and I stayed close companions. He was truly a great dog. I scratched my cornea and broke my eyeglass lens in a mishap involving a cactus plant. Two years ago, I looked down at my phone for too long late at night and walked straight into a telephone pole, face first. I fractured both wrists after stumbling over a blanket, ended up with 2 casts. While out drinking, I attempted to jump over a parking meter without noticing it was a single pole with 2-meter heads. I caught myself on the second head, fell, and fractured my elbow. I slept the whole night with my elbow broken and walked myself to the hospital the next morning, hungover and hurting. It wasn't my best moment. I tripped over a cat and broke my foot. Thankfully, the cat was unharmed. When I was about 12, I climbed a tree, fell, and broke my left arm. A week or so later, my friends dared me to climb the same tree with my left arm, still in a cast. Determined, I climbed even higher than before, fell again, and broke my right arm this time. My mom wasn't too thrilled about taking me back to the hospital for a second cast.